Thank you very much. I will call to order the June 10th, 2026 Public Affairs Committee meeting. Thank you all for joining us tonight for some fun. Let's start with the receipt of reports for the month of May, and we'll start with Mr. Brown, Parks and Maintenance. Hey, Alan.
Hey, Commissioner. Good evening, everyone. Just got a couple of things to highlight. I won't go too much into detail. I know that it was a good between the Parks and Rec and the Property Maintenance Department. We were able to get both pools open for Memorial Day weekend. That was huge, and they are both looking good. Water's perfect, so please go and take a dip. We also had our biannual Army Corps of Engineers inspection at the Brookdale Pump Station. That was successful. We made a lot of improvements from our last inspection. So that was really good to see that they were really impressed how the pump station is holding up, especially due to its age. Let's see. We did have our first meeting today with the company that will be doing the roof replacement at the Elkins Park Library. So we scheduled a meeting, myself and a couple of library staff, just to make sure that just a coordination meeting to make sure that we were, everyone knew exactly what both parties needed and wanted before the start of the meeting so that it would be a smooth kickoff. So we're projected to start on the 22nd, Monday the 22nd, barring any weather or any unforeseen. Once they start, the project, if everything goes as planned, it could take between 5 days and 2 weeks tops. That is a big project. They'll do it in stages, so there won't be any openings to the roof, so nothing will be damaged. We had a pretty extensive meeting today, so we wanted to make sure that everyone was on the same page. So that was really good to know that project is on its way, and the ball is rolling. So other than that, I have a couple of things highlighted, but if there are any other questions, I will just pass it off.
Any commissioners have any questions? Commissioner Jeremy Walls.
Hi, thank you. Alan, can you just clarify no closures or disruptions to library hours in Elkins Park with the roof repair?
So only thing that seemed like it may be of concern is we discussed like what would their noisiest time of the day will be. So that will be from in the morning when they first start the project at 8 o'clock in the morning to around 10:30 or 11. And while we were discussing it, it just so happens that Elkins Park Library holds a program around that time. So I think with Elizabeth and the company, we will push that program back so it won't disturb the residents that come for that program. Other than that, I don't think so. I think during the morning is when they'll start pulling things off, nailing things down, and then towards late morning, early afternoon, they'll start wrapping up to get everything closed. So for the next day. So their thought is that they treat every day like a rain day. So they just do the roof in sections. So there will never, so that they know, like in the morning we'll go in, we'll do this, in the afternoon we'll be here. So other than that, only other thing that will be closed, we're thinking of closing a couple of parking spots in the parking lot just for their equipment. They'll bring 2 work trucks every day. They'll have another larger piece of equipment that will take material up and down. We discuss which section will close off that won't, hinder people coming and going throughout the library. It won't hinder traffic from Church Road or anything like that. They understand what we need and what our busiest times of day are, and I think it'll be a pretty smooth project after today's meeting. And they'll also give us daily updates, which Mary Kay will be a part of, and also Elizabeth, to let us know where we are. And if there's anything like noteworthy, we'll let you guys know. But other than that, we should shouldn't be too much. It should be
Awesome.
pretty easy.
For all your hard work on this. I know they're really excited, so thank you.
No problem. I'm also really excited for this.
Commissioner Stein.
Just to thank you for the pools. As of this afternoon, I've been to both, and they both feel great. They actually were not too cold, so it's great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Any other questions for Mr. Brown from the commissioners or citizens? All right. Let's move on. We'll take these all together and vote on them separately, or vote on them together, excuse me. Let's move on to Parks and Recreation. Mr. Salvatore, good evening.
Commissioner, how are you?
Good. You cut a ribbon today?
We got a lot of stuff going on, so if I may just
Go
run
for it.
with it. First of which, I know Alan put in a heater over the course of the off season at the pool, so good job there, Alan. Thanks. This past week we saw a ribbon cutting at Thomas Williams for the traffic garden. Very well attended. Between that and the concert, we probably saw over 300 folks come through Thomas Williams that day. So really great job to everybody. I know we discussed it on Public Works last week, but again, Lauren, Julia, the entire team, Parks Maintenance, just stellar job. And then we turned around and on Monday, we officially opened the pickleball courts at Wall Park. So great job on that as well. Not much that we had to do with it other than move the project forward. But, I will say, and I said this Monday in talking to the pickleball players, we put this in the budget in December for January, and we got the project done by June, which is unheard of usually in government, moving that quick. So Sam Brinker was really huge in making sure that the grant process or the capital process went through smoothly. And we stayed on top of it all throughout. So great job. And commissioners, all of you that voted on it, thank you, because those participants were just in love with it. And we got 79 people registered right away once those courts were done. So
those courts look beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. Last big thing, you may have noticed that phase 2 of the blue park signs are done. So as you travel through the township, every park, every green space should have the formal blue signing at this point. And we went everywhere from Robinson down to the new crosswalk at Tookenny and New Second. The pond has a sign now. Even Irv, Little Desert Storm Park, got it
Parkview?
Yep, got it signed. So and the 2 bird sanctuaries. So really exciting there. So thanks again for that. That makes us look really, really polished as a township as people drive through and they see everything is uniform. It's wonderful. And it's not lost on residents. We hear from residents all the time how much they love them. So good stuff there. A couple announcements. Summer kickoff party is Saturday at Linwood Hall. The VIP portion is sold out, but the public event starts at 6. There is no parking on site for the public, but we do have a shuttle service from the school district building, from Linwood Gardens, and from the post office that will be cycling around the entire night to pick up and drop off individuals who need it. And Lauren and I saw a preview of the drone show today, and it looks wonderful. So really excited to display that. And then finally, we'll see a proclamation on this later, I believe, but the Juneteenth flag raising is next Thursday, the 18th, at Mott Community Center at noon. So we're looking forward to doing that as well. We hope to see everybody there. With that, if there's any lingering questions of anything I just talked about or anything on the report, happy to answer them.
Thanks, Bill. Commissioner Sherry Walls.
I feel stupid that I don't know the answer to this question, but I've gotten a couple neighbors ask me if the drone show starts once it's dark out.
Yes, once it's dark out.
So.
All right. Is there a Gilded Age theme to the drone show, or is it completely?
Well, it is a Cheltenham 250 event, so it's a 250 theme,
like patriotic theme.
But there is some surprises around new branding in there.
Bill Salvatore's picture and drone. Any other questions for Mr. Salvatore? Yeah, I've got to say the traffic garden is just beautiful. It was so fun to see the kids out there while the concert was going on. So that was a perfect night in Cheltenham Township, and was really awesome. So um, great night, and then of course,
Commissioner, I'm sorry, I didn't mention is that we did get a note from the county. They distributed 68 bike helmets on Sunday.
wonderful, wonderful, awesome. And then, yeah, the pickleball courts look amazing. Makes the tennis courts, or not makes the basketball courts next to it look pretty shabby. So I'm sure that's going to be next on the list. Commissioner Stein.
I just wanted to express that I've heard from multiple neighbors in the area of Thomas Williams Park about how much they enjoyed having a concert at the park there. There's never been one before, and they really thought it was great.
Yep.
Great.
I agree. Awesome. Any other questions? All right, let's move on to public information. Ms. Walter, hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
From my report, I will just highlight we hit a little bit of a delay getting the calendar to the printer, but it is there now. And that will be mailed in the next few weeks. But when I get it through the proofing and onto production and have that timeline, I will put a notice out to help people know to look out for it. We do get calls every year of people not realizing that they can turn the page to July. So if anyone sees this recording, you are all set. We do July to bookend it just in case of delays. So that said, on the digital world, Commissioner Jeremy Walls and Bill were featured in the latest video that we had posted to the Ask the Township feature, and that was in response to a resident question that we received about the future of Conklin. So that is there, and staff are kind of getting their feet wet with different ideas for videos to come. And I have been working closely with reps to make sure that the answers being generated are sufficient. For about a week, we did have a glitch where it was giving a canned answer that was not really responsive of what the variety of questions were. So that has been addressed and fixed. So I just want to keep putting out there, if anyone who submitted a question listens to this or is here tonight, keep coming back and trying it out, because we are continuing to work and build from those experiences that people are having. And with that, if anyone has any questions on my report.
I actually have a quick question, not necessarily about the report, but the wondering if we have any kind of basic results from the communication survey that you put out. I know you said that the response was kind of light after we sent out the newsletter, and I know you went on social to ask some people. Any findings or anything?
I think the best response was at the time of pushing it out, and I did get mixed reviews. Some people were responding from the newsletter and some from digital, which was great to see. People were reading it and taking it in. I intend to leave it open through the fall newsletter. I did put mention of it in the calendar because I want multiple hits, and we'll keep plugging it. That way, it really does get a chance to get more results. So I haven't looked in the past couple weeks while I've been in a calendar frenzy, but it had gotten about 80 responses, and I definitely would like to see more than that.
Okay, great. Any other questions for Ms. Walter? All right. So then I will make a motion for the receipt of the property maintenance, parks and rec, and public information reports.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. We also have received reports from the Historical Commission, as well as the Library Board. Any questions, comments from commissioners about either of those? Then I make a motion to accept those committee meeting minutes.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Also, I'm gonna make a motion to accept the staff meeting minutes from May 26th, 2026.
Comments or questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, moving on to number 4, old business. Do we have any old business? I think the only old business I have is perhaps we could get an update on where we stand on Lamott groundbreaking. I know there's some behind the scenes stuff, but I'm getting very, 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 very worried that this is going to be delayed, continue to be delayed. So can you give us an update, Allison, on Manager Elliott, excuse me, on where we stand and kind of what our timeline is for putting it out?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be out in the next few weeks. We're just kind of doing some last minute details. This is a pretty complicated construction project, so we want to make sure that all the contract details are in place. There's a lot of really big moving parts on this. So that's really where it is at this point. But we hope to have it out in the next few weeks.
Do you expect that we'll be able to break ground by Lamott Day?
That is the hope. We will know more once we get it out to bid. So
okay, let's hope. Commissioner Stein.
I guess I'm just wondering, this came up also, I think, at this meeting in May, and the answer was also in a couple weeks, and we're finishing up a couple items. Are there new items that have popped up? Are the other items taking
yeah.
The timeline seems to stay the same but move forward.
Yeah, so I think one of the challenges is we've just been kind of trying to coordinate some of the internal and external aspects of the contract to make sure that they are connecting, as some data came up as we were just about ready to wrap it up. So hopefully we'll have that confirmed and smoothed out and ready to go. I'd rather have a little bit of a delay here than get out and really have something that's not right in your construction documents, and then having to do change orders and things that are more costly once you've had your bid awarded, and delay even further.
So can I ask who's working on it, and who's? I just want to know who has these moving parts and who's managing the moving parts, and who's all involved in this?
So this is a working committee of staff and consultants.
Okay. Yeah. I just I'm with Commissioner Stein. I think maybe we take an offline meeting, perhaps the two of us, and we can, or the three of us, I should say, and we can talk about where we are. Maybe we get Drew and everybody else in, because I'm getting mighty concerned that we were supposed to have broken ground by Memorial Day is what our initial game plan was. And we're past that, and we haven't even we haven't even put it out yet. So I think maybe we have a meeting, if we can get a meeting in the next couple of weeks, so we can actually see where we are and why we're where we are. Commissioner Shermy Walls.
Thank you. Just to reiterate what everyone else has said, I sent an email requesting answers to these questions on May 29th as well. We need to know what the moving parts are and when we're going to be able to move forward with it. It is a priority of ours to have this done, to have the ceremonial groundbreaking. I do not want to see this project slip. And we are here to assist or, to help timelines get back on track. But, this is a priority for the commissioners. And I'm just reiterating what Jeff said. I would like to see movement on this pretty immediately.
Absolutely. We'd be happy to talk about it offline.
Commissioner Stein, do you have another question?
Sorry, I just wanted to make a quick comment that I don't want to see us get to the point where we're having to look at, do we have grant deadlines that we can't meet? Because we've had that happen. And I think we want to make sure we don't end up in a situation like that with this project.
All right. We're not making any vote on this. And so this is just something, Darlene, if you want to hold your comment for Citizens Forum, we'll get to you then.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's move on to any other old business, commissioners. All right. Let's move on to new business. Number 5A, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners present a proclamation recognizing June 19th, 2026 as Juneteenth. Commissioners, any comments, any questions about that? All right, then I make a motion to recommend that the Board of Commissioners present a proclamation recommending June 19th as Juneteenth.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Moving on to 5B, I also make a motion to consider recommending that the Board of Commissioners present a proclamation recognizing July as Parks and Recreation Month. Any questions or comments? Mr. President?
All in favor, say aye.
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 5C, I also make a motion recommending the Board of Commissioners appoint Deborah Richmond of Wyncote to be a voting member on the Traffic Calming Committee representing Wards 3 and 4. Thank you, Ms. Richmond.
Yes, very welcome.
Do we almost have a full Traffic Calming Committee at this point?
No.
Commissioner Stein.
I just wanted to say, Ms. Richmond is from Ward 4, and she has been out and helping at the floodlight initiatives, and it's something she does even when it's not a township-wide event, and lives along a busy street. So she totally understands the need for traffic calming, and we're happy she was able to and willing to volunteer.
Yes, a welcome addition. With that, all in favor of the appointment of Ms. Richmond to the Traffic Calming Committee, say aye.
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 All right, moving on to 6. Any announcements? And I know there are, Bill, is there any other announcements that you wanted to share other than this weekend's events? Or
Yeah, I guess the only one that we won't get to is on Father's Day is the concert and beer garden at Grove Park.
Mhm.
That'll start at 4:00. Food truck and beer garden, and 5:00 concert. Supernaturals, which is a pop band that they had there last year that they really liked. So,
Right.
Wonderful. Any other announcements, commissioners or staff? All right. I'll close that and we'll move on to Citizens Forum. Anyone for Citizens Forum? Ms. Melton, you've got your hand up. Take it away. You've got 3 minutes.
Hey, everyone. Excuse me. Jeff, I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
You may not thank me by the time I finish.
Oh boy.
Okay. I want to thank you for bringing up the Lamont Center issue. I'm actually a tad bit little peeved myself for various reasons. But one, I am not the mayor of Lamont. So I get, you're laughing, but I get phone calls. I get people saying, when they're doing something, I go past there. They don't even look like a caution tape has been put up. I don't know. I'm speaking now as a resident. I understand from being on the Bahar of why one of the holdups might have been, because everything has to be up to federal codes. We have to make sure it's ADA compliant. However, we've been talking about this for at least 4 years. Before, you was talking about this before Congresswoman Dean gave $3.8 million. So as a resident and a person who really believes that a budget, I don't care whether it's a household budget, a township budget, a federal budget, is nothing but zeros at the end. It's adding and subtracting. It's actually getting something, allotting it to what you're supposed to allot it for, and use it when you get allotted for it. 3.8 million, plus an extra bit to talk about something you was already talking about before. So yes, we did have to go back to the drawing board because the ramp outside is not ADA compliant. I got that. But as a ex-federal worker, what I also understand sometimes, and it happens, and I got a little scared when it was brought out that you were looking for more grant money. Well, what happened to the 3.8? Did you have to give it back? Did you lose it because you didn't do what you're supposed to do with it in the first place? I've
No,
seen that. Hold on.
Darlene,
I've seen that happen before. I don't want that to happen. 3.8 million was enough to get the heater, that section of the building done. At least that section. So it could have been opened. And yes, it's going to be redone. And yes, it's beautiful. And yes, the ADA compliant ramp for the woman who brought it up at a Bahar meeting so her handicapped daughter can get into this nice facility. But nothing has been done where the community sees what you're doing. And I hate to say it, I'm tired of saying, I don't know.
Right.
Show up for a meeting. Ask the questions. I show up for the meeting.
Thanks, Darlene. Your 3 minutes is up. I appreciate it.
Okie dokie.
We did not lose the 3.8. That's in the pile of the
Bless
fund.
y'all.
We approved a total budget which exceeds, I believe, 6 or 7 million. And so we need additional money because that 3.8 doesn't cover everything. And we're not going to do the heater. We're not just going to fix the heater without doing all of the work. So, you know, there is a process to this. There is a method to getting it done efficiently and not just quickly. So thank you. Any other public, any members of the public have any other questions for Citizens Forum? All right, then I will close out Citizens Forum and I will make a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.